It's Mitch, and it is Friday, September 6th, 2019, here with your free live show. Of course, we are live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We always do it at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yesterday, we did an NFL preview at 4 p.m. Eastern. Today, it's going to be a college football preview. It might be a little bit later than that today. I have some things on the schedule as we try and continue to work things out. We have a new site on the way. We have a new name. We have all these things all coming. It's amazing to work with a professional team again. And, I'm so, everyone has these things in their life where you kind of get into this really bad space and you get into this rut. And it's kind of like, you have people that treat you that you're less than you are, who downplay what you contribute and what you can do. And you kind of start just falling into this rut and you feel like you have no way out. And I'll be honest, I think you guys saw it in my videos, over the last 8 months or so, that I felt I was in that hole, in that trap. And now, I've escaped from there. And I'm working with, real professionals now on the tech side, not amateur hour, just real professionals, real experienced, great people, working with really unbelievable design people. And, things over the last 8 months, if I ask for a request, well, let's just say I asked for requests 8 months ago, they're still not completed. Right now, I asked for things. We're talking about having a brand new website up with a new website design, fully coded, fully loaded. It won't be 100%, up to speed, but it will be good enough for a launch, and we'll get it rolling, up to full speed as we go and as needed, and we're going to do that within a month. So it's like, would you rather work with people that take a year or people that take 3 weeks? I mean, that's really what it's come down to for me. But of course, I always like working with you guys, and we got a great slate of games. I think we had a pretty good day yesterday. Yep, we got some new shirts on the way with the new logo and the new site name, and I can't wait to tell you guys about it because I know, and it's like sometimes I'm like, man, I wonder if they're going to like it. Maybe I should do a poll or something like that. This one, I know you guys are going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. It's way better than anything I've ever done before, and really, really exciting. And I know you guys are going to eat it up. And the shirts, the hats, all that stuff. You guys are going to be beating down the door for it. I'm just not sure if it's in our initial startup budget to do a t-shirt giveaway. Of course, we'll do the best that we can with it. And, we'll probably have them available maybe for purchase or something at first. And, and then, as we get up and rolling, we'll do giveaways and things like that. Because, unfortunately, when you start over again, you're in startup mode. As usual, I'm just killing some time here. Wait until everyone gets their notifications, giving people a little bit of a chance to join us. Of course, if you're watching us in the Facebook group, I can't see your questions. So the place to join us is on the YouTube channel. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post that link once again in the Facebook group, and this way you'll be able to join us there, and I'll be able to see your comments. So, like as always, excited to see everybody here. Excited to go over today's games. I know we have college football today that a lot of people are talking about in our Facebook group, and I'm going to be talking about those as well. But I'm going to post our YouTube link here in the Facebook group. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Those of you, we had Green Bay yesterday, and then we came on at halftime. Akron UAB is not today, so we're not going to go over that game. But we only go over games that are on the day of the game unless it's a special. Good morning. Newbies are always welcome. Good morning. Let's get rolling. Phillies versus Mets out of the gate. Don't have my screen set up, but that doesn't matter. Never stopped this before. We're a little bit early today, so people I'm sure will be joining us as we go on. We got the Phillies against the Mets. Steven Matz against Zach Eflin. Mats minus 152 in this one against Phillies team. Super inconsistent, trying to nail down a wild card spot. And Mats is 2-1 in his last 3 starts with a 2.08. Eflin, 3.24 in his last 3. These guys have both had their share of ups and downs this season. Of course, the Phillies bat 256 against lefties. They're better against lefties than righties. And the Mets, well, they hammer lefties, but unfortunately, Eflin is a righty. The thing that, we don't like here about either team is their bullpen. We know the Mets bullpen is just a train wreck. But, I think at home, this is a rivalry game. This is a series that is, two teams that do not like each other at all. I'm going to take the Mets here and lay the 150. That'll be my first pick of today's show. It's a big number, right, for this game. It's like they're begging you to take the Phillies. John is saying that YouTube is better. I think that for this format, it's good. I think everyone should join our Facebook group so you can give out your picks and share in that stuff. But I think that for the video portion, I agree with John. YouTube is the better platform, and if you subscribe to our YouTube channel, it helps us a ton. As we need to get to 1,000 subscribers. I know we just started the YouTube channel a day ago, so you guys have done an awesome job with the likes and with the subscriptions and all that stuff. But we need to get to 1,000 subscriptions, so when I'm out somewhere and I'm watching a game, I can just pick up my phone and give you guys an in-game bet. Because until you get 1,000 subscribers, YouTube doesn't allow you to do mobile live shows. They can only let you do your desktop. Of course, you guys know me. I would bring my computer with me and do it on the road if I can. And I probably will if we need to do that. But anyways, morning to everyone that's joining us. And we'll keep it rolling. St. Louis, Pittsburgh, 8.5. Of course, we took the Cardinals yesterday. They were 10-0 winners. And meanwhile, the Pirates, this is a team that continues to struggle. Joe Musgrove on the mound for the Pirates. Miles Mikolas on the mound for the Cardinals. And after that 10-run explosion by the Cardinals yesterday, now we kind of say, wow, maybe they can put runs on the board. Both these pitchers have been hit pretty good this season, and Pittsburgh not a lot to play for. Meanwhile, the Cardinals, they've been rolling. And the Pirates, they've won. They had that 4-game winning streak, and then they've lost 2 of their last 3. And of course, that was at home against the Marlins. They're home here against a much tougher Cardinals team that has really, really turned it on. I mean, it's like we hate the Cubs so much we have to take the Cardinals, right? It's like that's the way things are. But when we look at this one, the total at 8.5, I like the over 8.5 in the Cards Pirates. We'll keep rolling right along. Good morning. Yankees, Red Sox, over under 11. Generally when these two teams play, there are a ton of runs. Domingo Germán against Ulysses Chacín on the mound. Of course, Chacín was cut by the Milwaukee Brewers, and the Red Sox just hoping to catch lightning in a bottle. I think what they catch is a lot of fly balls by the fans in the stands. I like the over 11 in the Red Sox-Yankees. Now, I watched the game last night, the Bears and the Packers, of course, and I came on live at halftime and gave out a pick, and, we nailed it and all that stuff. We nailed the game, money line. We had the halftime money line, so we hit 2 plus 150. So really almost like cashing more than 3 bets in 2 bets. But what I saw was people wearing sweaters and things like that. So I don't know what the weather is around the country, if it's turning cold, if fall is in the air or anything like that. As you guys can see, man, I'm still lit up here. It's hot as hell here in Hawaii. So we're enjoying it, though. Yes, it is. No idea what you're talking about, Dave. We got Marshall versus Boise State. I tell you, in this one, last week, those of you that were in my old Facebook group, you saw that I gave out Boise State on the money line against Florida State. And a lot of people, made stupid comments at me. Boise isn't a novelty act anymore. The problem that they have here and the problem that Boise bettors have in this game is that last week, right? Now all of a sudden Boise's back on the map. It's like, how is Florida State even favored in that game against Boise? That game, I gave out Boise on the money line. We got better than 2-1 on our money. In this one, though, I think the value is on the other side on Marshall. And Marshall is another team that plays against the big boys often, does well against the big boys often, and gets very little respect, even less respect than Boise. So, the Thundering Herd, here's just, a couple things about the Marshall team. And I know not everybody is as familiar with Marshall as I am. And, of course, I'm the guy that was watching, ESPN Plus when Colgate was playing Air Force last week and Al Groh was calling the game, right? It's like I'm one of the two viewers that tuned in to watch a little bit of the game. And, that's what you guys know. That's where I always get my information because I watch all of the games. And one thing we know about Marshall over the years, and in our notes from last year is take notes, right? Because who the hell can remember this stuff over 8 months? I can't even do that. But Marshall's defense is really, really good. I mean, really good. The Marshall defense has not allowed a 100-yard rusher in a year and a half. Okay, 15 games. They haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher against them. Boise has freshman running back, freshman quarterback. Now, we saw the freshman quarterback make some plays last week against Florida State on the road in Tallahassee. This is his first home start at Boise. I imagine the crowd is going to be electric, as it always is. The blue turf, all that stuff going on, the lights, the cameras, and now the pressure that he has expectations of him. He's going to make some plays. He's going to make some mistakes. I'm going to take the 12.5 here with Marshall. This is not a game like that I would say, oh, this is my premium 10-star pick or anything like that. I hate it when the world is on a team that we were on last week, right? It's like we were on it last week, so we beat everybody to the punch. Everyone was Florida State, Florida State, Florida State. We beat them to the punch with Boise on the money line. Now, everybody's on Boise. It's time to run. We got to get to the other side. And I'm going to take Marshall here with that stingy defense. And I think Boise probably wins the game. I think it's a little closer than people think. This is probably like an 8-point game or less. So I'm going to take Marshall plus the 12.5. We're not going to take them on the money line. I think they have a puncher's chance here because when you can play defense and you got a freshman quarterback and freshman running back and all that stuff, things can definitely happen for you. But that Marshall defense is going to keep them in the game, going to keep them on a short field, and I think they cover the spread here. We're going to take them plus the 12.5. I know that's not a popular pick for those of you that bet the game already, but it's going to be my pick. We got Wake Forest up against Rice, the other big game tonight. This is one that if we saw this game on the schedule, we would not touch this thing, because here's a Wake Forest team that can put points on the board in a hurry. Here's a Rice team that can really play bad. We know that Rice can be horrific. We've seen them do it many, many times over the years. But the thing that we also know about Rice is that they generally have this ability to drag teams down to their level. We saw it last week with the Army game, right? I mean, Army was favored by 23.5 points. They were lucky to get out with the 7-point win. They were lucky. We have a home dog, almost 3 touchdowns. Wake is a good team, a better team than most people generally expect them to be, but they still make mistakes. Rice isn't going to capitalize on a lot of those mistakes, but I think they make this murky, lousy game, and this is the type of game that sets up for a backdoor cover where Wake is winning by 21 and Rice scores a garbage touchdown at the end. Once again, a game that I wouldn't bet if it was on our Saturday card, and I really like this Saturday's card of games, by the way, and I will be doing a college football show later on today. So subscribe to the YouTube channel, sign up for notifications, and of course, like our Facebook page so you get notifications when I go live. And I will, by all means, I will, I'm going to deliver a college football show. I don't know if we'll go over every single game, but we're going to go over a ton of them today. And of course, tomorrow we're going to have the show, and the show will be a little bit earlier tomorrow, because we're going to have a lot of ground to cover. But I want to put the link to so we're going to go with Rice here, plus the 19.5. I love all the dogs not all the dogs, but I like a lot of dogs this week in college and the NFL. Those of you that saw my NFL show yesterday, you saw I just went for a lot of dogs. All of that stuff is subject to change. Yes, the Facebook group is a private group, and I'll post the link right here in the chat for it. On how you can join. It's not private like it costs money. It's just private that we can have people in there that we want and throw out the spammers and idiots. Of course, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, like our Facebook page, and join our Facebook group. Good morning. Derek's in the house. KC plus 116 against Miami. Pablo Lopez on the mound against George Lopez. It's a battle of Lopez's. These are two bad teams. Not a game I would be betting. We got two pitchers with ERAs in the 7s in their last 3 starts. Pablo Lopez has been a little bit better, and of course, Kansas City has to bat the pitcher in this one, something that they don't generally do. Got 2 righties on the mound. Marlins hit the righties at 236. The Royals hit them at 245. I'll tell you, the value here is on KC. I'm going to take Royals plus 116. I wouldn't touch this thing with anyone's money. I would not touch this game. You have 2 really, really bad teams. Anything could happen. This is not the type of game you want to be betting. So we got Yankees minus 122 against the Red Sox. We went over this game earlier. Chacin is on the mound. I think the Yankees hammer them. We'll take the Yankees at minus 122. I should have flipped the Royals, but we lost on the Royals on the penny yesterday, so that's why I didn't do it. Just going through some comments here. As we yeah, hate the Cubs. I have my Cubs shirt, my Cubs suck shirt that I wear all the time. Yeah, tomorrow's show probably going to be a couple minutes earlier, so you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel and make sure you get those notifications. Yeah, I saw it last night in the Chicago game. People were wearing sweaters and light jackets and things like that. And I used to live in Chicago, and I started thinking about it. I'm like, yeah, after Labor Day, it's like 2 weeks, and then it gets cold again. Here it is beautiful. We have surf today. Going to play a little golf. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Nationals minus 115 against the Braves. It's 1 question per person still. And let's see, the Nationals, Braves. We gave out the Braves last night. They were able to beat Steven Strasburg. And I think that, I think they have a good shot here. Corbin has pitched pretty well. The Braves are just a better team. And I think that's the issue here that the Nationals have. Keuchel has hardly been the Keuchel that we saw in Houston, and maybe there's a reason that they didn't sign him, but his last 3 starts, he has turned it up. Runs are going to be tough to come by. Corbin, 2.14 ERA in his last 3 starts. And, of course, the Nationals have just been really, really hot of late. But the thing is, the Braves have been better. So we're going to take the Braves as a home dog. It's like, I love a home dog. So no reason not to take them here, especially with the better team. This is what we do. This is what we do. This is I love this stuff. Victor's already asked a question. It's 1 per person. This game is tomorrow. This is our Facebook group, if anyone wants to join. Hello 954. Hey Shane. Indians plus 147. Twins minus 168. At this point, these games are a lot more important to the Indians than they are the Twins. Plutko on the mound against Michael Pineda, and you guys know I am not a Michael Pineda fan. I think that, this guy, he's one of those guys that enjoys himself when he's out on the mound, but he has been winning a lot of games recently. And 3-0 in his last 3 starts. He's gone 18 innings, 3.50 ERA. He gets a lot of run support. Plutko, not quite the same support. The team's 1-2 in his last 3 starts with a 3.94. The Indians, when we look at the standings, this is really, where we start to really start to look at these wild card standings, because there's only 20 games left. So if they're going to make a move, the time is now. And, if they're going to stay there, the time is now. And the Indians are 1 game behind the A's in the wild card and a game and a half behind the Rays. This is a big game. When these teams met the last time, and I was still doing the other show, actually, we took the Indians a bunch in those games, and they were the road team then. And what we saw in that series was the Indians sent a message. The Indians have sent a message. The Indians have sent a message, and to the Twins, and that is, if you play us in the postseason, we're gonna beat you. And I like the Indians here at plus 147. I'll tell you that much. This is well worth the play. These are the type of games that I bet. It's like, because in baseball, it's all about the value. It's like, betting a team that's minus 180, like the Reds yesterday or whatever. We love the game. It was great. And, even the A's on the run line yesterday that we really liked. It was there. There was some value. Put a small bet on it. But these are the games where you make your money. You bet the same thing on this that you bet on one of those. You get 1.5 times your money back. No, we don't have a tip jar. Not going to do it. But we will have a premium area and all that other stuff in about a month. So just save your money, buy some picks then. Good morning. Yes, the Royals game deserves to be rained out. I hate these games. I would lay the points with Arizona State if I was betting this game, but I would not bet it at all. I hate these. They should eliminate these games from the schedule. They should eliminate these versus non-Division I schools from the schedule. They should have a preseason week, and that's when they should play these games. In week 0, like add a 13th game to the schedule. And if you want to play one of these, FCS schools, go ahead and do it. But I'm not supporting that crap. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to hit the thumbs up, and be sure to subscribe to our Facebook page and join our Facebook group. A lot of good action going on there, I got to say. More action than is going on in any of my other 2 old Facebook groups, that's for sure. So be sure to join in. A lot of your old friends are there. A lot of the guys you like to argue with. A lot of the guys that you like to tail. Got the Dodgers here minus 1.5 against the Giants. It's Kershaw up against Samardzija. I really hate laying the 1.5, but it's Kershaw. It's the Dodgers. I think you can do it here, but when you're laying a 1.5, and only getting minus 140 on it, you got to tread lightly. It's just, there's too many things working against you. Virginia versus William and Mary. I mean, this is, once again, these are the problems, It's like, why are they playing this game, Who cares, Why would anybody care? They beat William and Mary beat Lafayette last year. They lost in the playoffs last year, William and Mary. I think that I like Virginia this year a lot. I think William and Mary gives them a tough time here. I'll take William and Mary plus the points. Plus 35. I'm going to take them here because they made the playoffs last year. They beat Villanova, lost to Richmond, and pretty good. Meanwhile, Virginia, I like them a lot. We took them last week against Pitt, but this is what we do. Cards Pirates, we did this game already. Good morning. Yeah, you can watch the replay. This game is tomorrow. Glad to see you back. We don't give out my picks. to people that are late. We make them sign up for notifications. Tom took the comment back. I'm glad you guys are here. Thank you guys. So we've covered a lot of ground. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to join our Facebook group. I'm going to be back later on this afternoon. We're going to go over some college football. I don't think I'm going to go over every game. I'm not even sure what time. Yesterday we did it at 4 p.m. Eastern. And I'm not sure if I'm going to make it at that time. I'm going to try to do it at 4 p.m. Eastern, but if not, it'll be sometime after that, so just sign up for the notifications. Jose, we already did a pick for you. Anyways, we're going to go over the games. It's one pick per person. I believe we did a pick for Jose. If we didn't, then we will do that. No, I don't see it, actually. So, sorry, Jose. Wrong Jose. Diamondbacks minus 115 against the Reds. Let's do it, right? We haven't done that. We forgot to do this today. Oh, shoot. We dropped the penny. Oh, man. The very lucky penny. It's 1-1. Lost yesterday with the Royals. Reds. D-backs. D-backs. So the coin flip is the D-backs. Minus 115. It's 1-1 going into that one. All right, let's do the recap. I'm going to go hit the surf. Thanks to everyone who has joined us today. Be sure to hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Super important that you do that because normally it's like I always say, it helps us a lot. Costs you nothing, takes you half a second, which is all still true. But the thing now is that we're starting from a fresh start. So we need to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can broadcast live. You guys can do what you want. Like I said, Craig is managing the group now. I still have access, but Craig is the administrator. Not the administrator. He's the moderator of the group. I'm the admin, but I'm not doing anything with it. But I still own all that stuff. I'm just, like I said, I'm moving on. I got a new site, new name, new logo, all kinds of new stuff, and I'm gonna probably unveil it to you guys in the next week or so. And the new site will be ready after that, but because we'll change the name of the Facebook group, we'll change the name, we'll have a new Twitter, we'll have a new everything for the new stuff, and you guys are gonna love it. I promise you guys are gonna love it. If you hate it, please tell me. Mets minus 150. We took the over 8.5 in the Cardinals Pirates. We took the over 11 in the Red Sox Yankees. Marshall and that stingy run defense at plus 12.5. I'm not sure. I'll probably forward the old email, or I will have an auto reply saying where to contact me. I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree. Rice plus 19.5. Don't love this one. I think it's going to be one of those things where maybe a backdoor cover type thing. I will not have any money on that game. That's for sure. I took the Royals at plus 116 in a game that should have been the lucky penny game. I really hate that. The Royals against the Marlins. Lousy stuff. Yeah, the thing is that a lot of you guys are friends with me on Facebook, and anyone out there can friend me on Facebook, and this way you could send me instant messages, and I could tell you what my new email is if I change it, which I think I will in the very near future. Probably when we launch the new site, I'll change my email. I'll probably have a message on the old email saying how to contact me if you're trying to reach me. If you're trying to reach someone from the old site, this is who you contact. Took the Yankees at minus 122, the Braves plus 102, the Indians plus 147, Arizona State minus 35, Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers minus 1.5. minus 140. We took William and Mary plus the 35. I'm not betting this thing, though. I think that they stand up. And the lucky penny pick, the Diamondbacks minus 115. Oh, that was weak. I'll be back later on today. I'm not sure at what time with some college football. I'm going to just go over some of the games. And then, tomorrow we'll do the show. Probably going to be a little bit earlier. There is a game with an 11 o'clock Eastern time start. And we're going to have a lot of ground to cover. We have 100 people watching us right now live, 62 on YouTube and 38 on Facebook. I can see the numbers right here on my screen. I wish I could show you guys what I'm looking at. But I can see 100 people watching us. Not bad for third day of a show. I mean, it's 101 now. It's 5 to 6 times what that other crappy show has. Anyways, this is Mitch. Thanks for joining me. Have a great day, everyone. I will see you guys later on this afternoon. And those of you that don't join us this afternoon, I'll see you guys tomorrow.